You're listening to Real Talk Texas on 570 KLIF News and Information. Now, live in studio, your host, local real estate expert Steve Hakes.
Welcome to Real Talk Texas. Real Talk Texas is a forum where our listeners get real advice from real experts. One of the great things I like to do with our show is bring people into the studio that can share something unique. And today we've got two guests in our studio today to help us with that. Last week, we had Kelly Regas and Hillary Higgins of KR Wealth Management Group in Dallas, and they were talking about securing your financial future, things like that. Today, we're kind of changing gears, and we've got Alicia Trevino back in the studio with us. She's going to help me co-host the show today, and we've got home designer Tom Greico of Greico Homes, and he has a very unique approach to home building in the Dallas area. So I'd like to welcome them both into the studio today. I want to tell you just a little bit about Tom. You know, Tom is a native of North Dallas. He's been designing homes since he was in high school at W.T. White. He's a graduate of the School of Architecture at the University of Texas in Arlington, and he was a past president of the North Dallas Builders Association, and he served on that board for 5 years. Alicia, of course, if you're a regular listener, you've gotten to know Alicia. Alicia has Alicia Trevino, Century 21, and she's in Dallas, and she's also got an office in Mesquite as well. She's centralized here in Uptown. She's a great realtor. She's been named one of the Texas Monthly Superstar Agents. She's also been a 3-time winner of D Magazine's Best Realtor designation. She's been ranked among the top 100 realtors in the nation by Realtor Magazine. So I can easily say we have two experts in the studio today to talk about new home building and the real estate market in general in Dallas. I'd like to get things started here. We'll start with Tom. Tell me about your company and how long you've been doing it. For those of our listeners out there that are not familiar with Greico Homes, let's talk about, how'd you get started?
Well, thank you for having me on today. I started building homes right out of architecture school at UTA back in the early 80s, 83, 84. So we've been doing for probably 28 years now, I guess. Wow.
It goes fast.
It does. We built up in the northern sector for a long time, up in Carrollton and Plano, Frisco, subdivision work. And in 2006, I moved down inside the city, and we started doing some rebuilds. Going into Renaissance areas that were neighborhoods that were built in the 40s and 50s, and tearing down houses and
I was going to say that's where you go and you actually buy the house, you scrape it down to the slab, and then you put your new modern design on it.
Correct.
Right?
As bad as that sounds, scraping
yeah.
it, but it. And so we've been doing that inside the city. We're over in all the way over from Forest Hills over to Midway Hollow for about the last 6 years now.
Okay. So. Great. What makes you different than an average custom builder?
Well, we're a true design build firm where we sit down with the customer to start with. We'll have a meeting with them, figure out their wants, their needs, design them a house, design some plans in-house and designs and walk them through it, and then actually go out in the field and build it. Total custom.
Well, you were telling me before the show, you were talking about the technology you guys use today, and you use like GoToMeeting, and I can be building a house with you, and I can actually see the designs. Kind of reminded me of the A&E show. I think it's called Property Brothers or something like that, which my wife Dana loves, and where they always go in and they say they're going to redesign. I don't know if that's the right show, but there's the one where they actually go in and they say, okay, this is what it looks like today, because my wife can't visualize anything. I'm more of I can go into a house and I can go, well, I can do this, I can do that. But she absolutely has no vision at all.
Oh, I have to jump in here. We have vision. Okay? Are you talking about women
I'm talking about Dana in particular.
Oh, okay.
You
I agree with you, though. I have
It's
lots
hard.
of clients that it's very difficult to envision that. So having that kind of technology is amazing because it does give you an opportunity to walk through.
Sure. Well, a lot of people have that that deficiency, if you will. Where looking at two-dimensional drawings is very hard for them to see it in 3D. And so through the use of the computer and some great programs that are out there, we're able to design the house and then walk them through it prior to even construction, so they can get an idea of how the house feels and how it looks, and you furnish it and so that you can check sight lines, you can check basically the look and feel of the house before you even build it. And it makes communicating very easy. with them, because now all of a sudden they've taken something and they can actually see it, and they see the colors and they see the textures.
Wow. Is it like a drawing, or is it actually, can you walk through the house?
You actually literally walk through the house. You'll start out in the yard and you walk up to the front door, and then you walk through each of the rooms of the house.
If you've just tuned in, you're listening to Real Talk Texas. We've got Tom Greico. If someone wants to go check out some of these designs, how do they go see that?
Well, we're on the web at GreicoHomes.com. You can check us out. Probably even more up to date than that is I keep the Facebook Greico Modern Homes real current with current photos and completed projects, and then a lot of different renderings.
The buzzword today is mid-century modern, and that's your expertise, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. That's really good because so many people don't understand it.
Did I fail to mention that? Yeah.
I wanted to bring that in because I think that is an interesting design that has been around for ages, and people don't know it. And as a realtor, I sold in the suburbs, and even when I started selling in Uptown and started seeing some of the original designs that were mid-century, and now see that there's a builder out there who can do this, that's some pretty interesting stuff.
Well, thank you. It adds a lot to the contemporary. Always had a real bad connotation of being real hard and real cold and sterile, whereas the mid-century modern houses have a lot of warmth, a lot of natural material to them, and they use the outside a whole lot. We have big opening walls of glass. So the courtyard and then the yards actually become part of the living space.
It's very warm, yes. A lot of people think contemporary, and they think that's not a warm house, but mid-century is completely different.
Agreed.
Well, if you've just tuned in, we've got Alicia Trevino and Tom Greico in the studio today, and we're also going to give you a number that you can call and leave a message or send us a text, and we'll put you in touch with Alicia or Tom if you're interested in doing a home in Dallas, or building it, or if you're looking to buy or sell. So stay tuned. When we get back, we're going to dig a lot deeper about how to do this custom house in Dallas. Pull out your cell phone, 817-925-2546. That's 817-925-2546. And just send a text that says new home, sell, or finance. Any of those things that you need, we're here to help. You're listening to KLIF, AM 570, News and Information.